Boom, boom, this is Kendra, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. All right, we got a little bit of Azur laying on tap today. So, I have Prince Heinrich. I did manage to get her, but I wanted to go over her skill set first. I haven't got her leveled up yet. So, but I wanted to show you what the max settings are. So, as you can see, I mentioned in the previous video, she has 600 HP. Now, that's 6,000 HP, I'm sorry. That's huge. That's an extremely large amount. One of the highest in the game, as a matter of fact. So you don't have to worry about her. You know, she'll be able to take damage in some of the higher levels. 12, 13, and also inside of Operation Siren, which is excellent for your Ironblood fleet. So as you can see, she has pretty good stats when she gets up to 120 here. She can also have a torpedo on her. I do have a torpedo on her. I have a rainbow torp on her right now. Pretty good reload. And evasion's not bad. And oil is she's extremely cheap. That's 12 is not bad considering an SR ship maxed out. And she's got anti-air's not too bad either. Not top of the line, of course, but definitely comparable. So let's take a look at. So the main gun here gets 160% efficiency. You want to make sure that you have something that gives you that full 160 proficiency, simply because of the fact of her skill set, and we'll go over that here in a second. And torpedoes, like I say, you can put a torp on her, and then anti-air guns. Okay, so let's take a look at the build. Sikkim Eisen. So if there is at least one other Ironblood ship in the same fleet, so if you want to pair her up with anybody, I've got double runes and her in my front line right now. She's only at like 47, I think 47 or 48 at the moment, so I'm still in the process of leveling her up. So it increases this ship's reload and evasion by 5%. That's at max, it's 15%. And when this ship fires its main guns, and then 50% chance there, and for these, that means that's what the skill maxed out. That's when it meets 50%. So you've got 50% chance to increase the ship's main gun damage by 25%. So 50% chance. So that means, it's probably going to proc a lot. And at 7 seconds, that can be reactivated. So you can do it again after 7 seconds. So this can make her. She can deal out some damage. Okay, that's just what it based at, but it gets a little bit better. It says. So every 20 seconds after the battle start, it fires a level, so it'll be 10 special barrage. Damage is based on the skill level, and deploys one of the following two types of shields. So again, another frontline ship with shields. So if you've got runes and Heinrich on your frontline, you're going to be throwing up shields. So you're going to be damage reduction. You remember, front line falls, the back line falls. So it's important that the Vanguard survives, and this gives you that survivability. And then it'll be one of two types of shields. You either get one that blocks 2 torpedoes or blocks 10 shells. So, shields. So it's interesting, the fact, considering that she's got 6,000 hit points and shields, yeah, she's going to be a tank. No doubt about that. Then all-out assault for a third one. So as you can see, this is why it turns out that she is the actual so, the ship that you want to get for this event, you of course want to get, Peter Strasser, of course, but when it comes right down to it, she is actually the best ship. So I've only got two. I've only got Heinrich and Strasser. I've gotten Strasser twice, and I've got Heinrich. I have not been able to get Nuremberg or Weisser yet. U-37 you can get from the store, so that's not that big of a deal. So let's go ahead and take a look at her in terms of from the dock here. I've got her set up at level. What is she? 43 right now, not 45. So as you can see, I've got a full set of 10 on her, and I got a rainbow torp on her because she does have some torpedoes, so you can see give a pretty good boost to your torpedo damage. So I'm at 43, level 43 right now, and already got. As you can see, the hit points are going up. There'll be 6 once I get her to 120. So you definitely want to make sure that you're getting at least 160 out of this. I need to work around my guns a little bit and find one that will give me the 160% efficiency. So right now I'm buffing at 145. Um, and then it got anti-air, got the pom-pom. And then torpedo, the quintuple, and I've got a pure oxygen torpedoes on here. So you definitely want to make sure that you can try to put the best torp sonar that you can get. So you can go with the rainbow torps. If you're doing Operation Siren, they do have a gold torp in there that you can get your hands on that might be effective as well too. So yeah, you definitely want to try to be focusing. So the current fleet that I'm running right now for my Iron Blood is, so I've got, I'm using Shinano. At this point, Shinano is gonna, she's gonna give a buff to aviation, which will help out Graf Zeppelin. So you want to have, your center line can be whoever you want in terms of, if you've got FGG fully marked, you might want to stick her in there. I'm just using Bismarck simply because of the buff she supplies to all Iron Blood ships. So everybody's getting a buff from Bismarck except for Shinano. But then Shinano is also buffing Graf Zeppelin. But then you got to understand Shinano's a UR ship, UR carrier. So she's probably the most powerful carrier in their game. Or Tide was the most powerful carrier in the game. So you're going to be getting a lot of damage from her. So then I've got runes on the flanks, rune U and in regular rune. Now this rune's a priority ship, so I've got her fully maxed out. So, but if you don't have rune, you can possibly think about sticking a baby Mains, Prince Eugen in there. Mains is another ship that you can put there, but of course Mains is a priority ship as well, Season 3 priority ship. But Mains has shields as well. I'm in the process of building Mains right now, but it's going to be quite some time before she's ready to go, simply because it takes a long time to get the blueprints. So, so it's nice that Prince Heinrich has come along. So you definitely want to get her built and put her in your Vanguard. She's priority ship equivalent, and she's not a priority ship, so you can build her fairly fast. I mean, I've already got her, I'm one level away from limit break. When she gets to 70, I can fully limit break her. And then it's just a matter of leveling her up, which is what I'm doing. It's where I've got her in my fleet. I'm just working on getting her leveled up. And I've got her in the dorm. And then, running her within the fleets. And then in the evening, before I close down, I stick her into the 18,000 commission to get, even more experience. So I'm trying to level up as fast as possible because she's going to do that. But so you got multiple shields being thrown up on your front line, as well as the buff coming from Bismarck, and then Graf Zeppelin. You meet Graf Zeppelin damage increase as you get more Iron Blood ships in here. So having as many in there as possible. So this is a really good fleet to go with. And as you can see, Shinano's not finished. I'm already pumping 13,585 on my main, and Vanguard is almost at 12,000, and she's only at 43, and she's only at 97. So you can imagine that once this fleet's fully maxed out, it'll easily clear 12 and 13 without any problems, and definitely be able to do make a dent into something inside of Operation Siren, maybe the Abyss. I haven't got to the Abyss yet, but we'll be doing some videos on the Abyss once I get into it, because that's where you need to go to farm the mats that you need to make a lot of the new equipment. So the new year is over, everyone. So we're into 2021. So it's time to go ahead and take a look at the dorm. So we've currently got a Christmassy theme up. And since Christmas is over, we should change our theme. So let's go into the shop here. Okay, so they've got a New Year's street. Well, since New Year's over, we don't want that. And then they've got a Cozy Christmas, another Christmas theme. Shrine Visits Eve, so Sakura theme. Fairy Tale Veil. Boars. I guess it's supposed to be the season of the boars, so they've definitely got the boars pretty thick on there. Christmas Town. Happy New Year's. A space theme. Ooh. A Halloween theme. Afternoon tea. So this is just a sort of a interesting theme. And then you've got the Iron Blood Winery. Iron Blood HQ. Royal Tea House, Blue Eagles, Autumn Breath, and then Run Down, and then I own all of these. So, So maybe I should just go ahead and revert back to, at least for my time being, flow back to my Ironblood theme here. Let's see if we got the Ironblood Winery. I was thinking about leaning on that. Although this looks pretty nice here. I do like the setup since most of my ships are actually inside of that. So we'll go ahead and purchase that. And then we'll go to that's the thing. That's for now. I don't want to buy. Move. And we'll theme and we'll choose. No, we don't want to use the haunted house. Where's it at? This is the if you want to use this one, I already had this one before. This is a pretty busy one. I do like this though. But let's go ahead and switch to our new Ironblood HQ. I like this one a little bit better because it's not as busy. The other one's quite busy and it's difficult to see the ships. So it's difficult to click on the affinity and dorm coins that you earn as you're gaining your interest here. So, but I do like the way some of the ships act in here. It's pretty cool. So this is Heinrich. Now, as you can see, she throws off, by the way, like she throws off her rigging into like a snake, which is pretty cool. I like that. This right here is Teho Yu. This is Rune Yu, and then Shinano. Now I've got Essex in here. Essex is going to be a new addition to my Eagle Union fleet. Essex is an excellent carrier. She's probably one. A lot of people are ranking her as currently tied for one of the best carriers in the game. So I've decided to go ahead and finish leveling her up. I had her at 70, so I'm going to go ahead and finish leveling her up. And I'm probably going to. I might replace. I'm going to do an analysis between Saratoga and her and see which one is the best in terms of damage production, to see which one, if I want to. So this is my main Eagle Union fleet right here. I can do 12 with this fleet, but I was wanting to see if maybe sticking Essex in place of Saratoga would be beneficial. Okay, Saratoga is a light carrier. So she doesn't do as much damage as a full carrier, but Saratoga can also fire main guns, which allows her to deal damage on a consistent basis. So I'm not even I'm not sure that Essex will be able to give me a little bit more power in the back line, but I'll have to get Essex up, max out. I'm in the process of working on her skills and stuff, and then I'll stick her in there and see how much damage she's doing. And if so, this will be a good team that I can take into Operation Siren, because all the skills will be maxed out for all the characters. So this fleet's got Saratoga, Enterprise, and we've got Centaur. Centaur is a light carrier as well too, but she is one of the best in the game. Okay, just because of her skill set. And then we've got Sandy, of course, for anti-air. This fleet does not have to worry about anti-air at all, none whatsoever. Now, Bremerton. Bremerton is an excellent ship. If you put Bremerton in the center slot right here, she gives a buff to anti-air, but only if she's in this slot. If you put her in another slot, let me show you. I'll go ahead and show you her skill set so you can see exactly what I'm talking about here. So Bremerton, right here. So if you take a look at, I'm not sure which one it is. Okay, when this ship fires its main guns, this buff has with the barrage damage, so it's not this one. Yeah, okay. At the start of the battle, if this ship is in the foremost position of your vanguard, it decreases this ship's damage taken by 20%. If not in this position, it increases the ship's anti-air by 25% until the end of the round. So If you put her, you have to put her in the center. Okay, she can't be in the foremost position. If she is, it's a you get the damage. But if you put her in the center, so that she's not in the foremost position, it increases your anti-air, which is why this fleet does not have no fear of anti-air at all. If you set and watch this fleet, none of the planes make it past the front row. They get annihilated before they have a chance. Sandy's the king of anti-air, and then throwing in Bremerton for more anti-air is just ridiculously. It makes aircraft virtually useless, carriers useless against this fleet, and that's what you need going into 12 and 13 because most of the damage is dealt by carriers. That's how they just literally nuke you down in 12 and 13 with you're just constantly under barrage, and they're constantly running sorties against you, and you have to have anti-air to defend. And this fleet right here has pretty much max anti-air, just about as high as you can get. So I never have to worry about it. So this, my vanguard takes my backline takes virtually no damage against the carrier. So when I'm going up against sortie and against carriers, I don't have to worry about it. I make sure that whenever I'm doing high level maps, that this is the fleet that I use to go up against the carrier. Simply because the fact that I negate their strength carrier fleet, which is the sorties they can level. They don't get past the front line. So that's what. So I'm going to see if sticking another Essex in here. Essex is a full carrier, not a light carrier. So she's going to do more damage from a carrier perspective than Saratoga. But like I say, Saratoga gives you free damage with the fact that she's got guns as well too, which is unusual for a light carrier. So she's consistently dealing damage. So I'm going to see if but it's not a lot of damage is the problem. It's a very low amount of damage. Okay. And Essex is a tank carrier. She has a seriously heavy. That's what it makes. I mean, everybody that's been ranking her ranks her is considering one of the best carriers in the game. So I wanted to see if that would just give me a little bit of a boost for my backline. So I have to see. It's already a 3 carrier backline, so I wouldn't be changing that in terms. Plus, I'm using my Meow officers are carrier strength Meow officers, which boost aviation and carrier stats. So that makes this even more fleet, which is why I'm getting able to almost get 14.5 on a black fleet. And none of these and none of these ships very very seldom die. So I can use this fleet in 12 and 13 without much of a problem. So, but yeah, that's it. So I do have Heinrich. That's all. I've been able to get Strasser and Heinrich. Hopefully I'll be able to get the other 2. But you can get the rest of the ships inside of the events. As I mentioned before, you can get your U-37 from within. This you can get Z-24 from right here. And then there's a bunch of, you can get Z-28 from here. So you can get the ships that you need. The only ones that you really need to focus on in the build, U-37 can be bought in the shop. So Nuremberg and Weisser are the 2 that I'm going for. And they're elite. I've already got the super rare, so I'm happy with that from that point. But I would like to get the others just from a collector standpoint. But yeah, so go ahead and focus on, definitely want to put Heinrich in your front line. She is priority level ship without having to do the priority part, which is gather all the blueprints and do all the experience to actually get the ship. You can get her just simply by building. So definitely want to spend as many cubes as you can and try and get her, because she's, you can put her in an Ironblood fleet, but it only needs 1 Ironblood ship to get that activation that she gives to the buff. So you can actually stick her in another fleet, and with 6,000, 6,000 hit points, she'd be a good front line for any team. 6,000 hit points and shields. I mean, it's just ridiculous. She's a tank, very powerful tank. So definitely something that you want to consider. All right. So thanks a lot for watching. And remember to subscribe to the channel. Of course, once you've subscribed, you'll see a bell. You can click on that bell and you'll be notified each time I drop a video. So this is Heinrich coming at you from the corner, signing out.